Right, what we're going to do now is have a go at lifting the truck up by doing a body lift. And the reason for that is that the wheels are very, very close to the mud flaps. And the more lock you put on, the tighter that gets, almost until the point where it's actually touching it, because there's some wear mark there where the tyres actually touch the mud flap. So, this box of goodies that we got from Milner's, it's got a load of bushes and bolts and nuts and some sort of spacers and stuff in. What we're going to do is have a go at getting that on the truck and lifting the body out of it. First thing we've got to do, according to the instructions, is take the bottom half of the fan shroud off, because when you lift the body up, the radiator is attached to the body, the engine's attached to the chassis. So what happens is the fan will foul the cowling. So I managed to try and clip that first one there by hurting my finger. If you push down on that little clip there, I'm not going to do that again because I'm going to hurt my finger again, so I'm going to use a screwdriver. There's a little clip here. So now I've got the fan shroud sort of off. I'm trying to get it apart. It looks like there's clips down here. Right, so to get to those fan clips there, I've taken the air box out, which normally sits here, and that was more difficult than I actually thought it was going to be, because the ECU, which normally sits there, there's one of the bolts that holds in the air box, and you can't get to that bolt with the ECU in the way. So I unbolted the ECU, and you can't actually get to that ECU bolt because the ECU is in the way of that, so I had to kind of wedge a socket in there to undo it. This, I think I've noticed that this isn't meant to come out. These here look like snappy off bolts, security bolts, because there's a nut on the underside of this. So I guess if you could undo that one and maybe that one, then you could take this bracket off and take the ECU out. But I think it's designed for you not to be able to take the ECU out, so it's a bit of a faff getting this unbolted. So I'll just move it to one side like that, took the airbox out, now I can get those clips out. Right, taking the bash plate down and removed the bottom half of the fan cowling. Now what I'm going to do is have a go at undoing all of the body mount bolts just to make sure they come undone. So there's one here and one over here, and then there's 3 down each side of the cab. We're going to have a go at getting them undone now. That's crunchy. I get the feeling that's not coming undone, it's just turning. I'm going to end up rounding that. Hollow drive ratchet, and I'll put that in the middle to grip the length of the bolt. Alright. Oh, that's hard to hold. Oh, there you go. Right, that worked. Okay, so what I used here, this is a hollow drive socket set, and you can see right through the middle of it there. And obviously what I've done is I put the small 7mm socket, which is the end of the bolt hex, straight through the middle, or the middle of there. Let's knock the socket off. But you can see how that works. In order to get this bolt out, give it a little tap up, like that, and then it can be extracted from through here. I just did the other side. What I need to do first is get this sleeve off. Oh. Right. Yes. Right, so there's the two body mounts off the front. That's the bolt that was that way down, and I've managed to bang that out. And then they're the sleeves that were in the middle of there. Look how rusty they are. Right, this is the first bolt that's actually not under the bonnet. This one's just below the A-pillar. It was a bit stiff to get off. I actually did think it was going to snap. Right, this is the third bolt back. This one was a lot easier to undo than the previous two. Right, this is the fourth and last bolt in the cab. It's right at the back before it gets to the tub. I decided to leave this bolt in. That's what they said on the instruction anyway. I think that's to stop the whole body moving forward when you jack it up off the chassis. So according to the internet, there's a couple of different ways to do this. I'm going to go with what I think is a simpler way. I've undone all of the bolts, removed 6 of them. The last 2 I've left in at the right at the back of the body. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the jack on this block of wood up under the front here. There's a cross member. I'm going to jack the front of the body up and try and get the 2 front ones in first, which then allows me to then sort of pivot on the front ones and get the 2 back ones in. The instructions that came with this told me to jack it up on the sills. We're using 2 jacks, but I don't have 2 jacks, so we're going to go and try and do it this way. So the wooden block is now on that cross member, trying not to damage the radiator, but the jack's quite high, so I don't know whether I'm going to get another 2 inches of lift on it. Let's have a little go and see if it starts to lift the body. If it starts to deform that cross member, I'll have to stop. So I'm almost as high as the jack will go at the moment, and I've only just managed to lift the body enough so that the existing bushes are loose. I don't think I'm going to get the new bushes in there using this method. I either have to find some more wood or put the jack on something. I need some sleeper material or something to prop the jack up. The trouble is I lifted the suspension on the torsion bars by 2 inches, so the whole lot of the truck is 2 inches higher than it would normally be, which in hindsight was a bit of a mistake. Right, in order to try and get some more height, I've made this contraption out of some bits of wood. Sketches. It's hot. I can literally just get my fingers in there between the body mount and the body, and that's already starting to look a bit sketcho. Right, not sure if you can see that or not, but I've let this side down on the torsion bar, so I've undone 6 turns, which I did up, and it's dropped it. It's dropped it quite significantly. The truck's on a proper slant now. It's amazing how much difference just 6 turns on that torsion bar can actually make. So my little contraption, the jack stand there, didn't work. Jacking the truck up, and I noticed that it weren't really lifting. So I thought I'd just come to the back and have a quick check. And what was happening was it was actually pinching in there. So obviously, as the thing's tilting that way, this was just the back of the cab was just jamming against the top here, which probably wouldn't be a problem if there wasn't a top on it, but there is. So I think what I'm going to have to do is jack the back up first. Jack the back of the tub, the tub up. First of all, I should be mindful of that brake light there, because it sits in like a little hole. You can see that in there. The brake light sits in a hole in there. If I jack the tub up, is it going to strike? Is it going to strike it? So that's going to be an interesting one. I might have to loosen this bit off and just shunt it back a bit. Right, I've resorted to trying the other method now. I'm going to jack it on the seals. So I've got these bits of wood, cut a little groove out of them. That little groove slots onto the seal, and then I put the jack underneath it, and I should be able to jack the truck up in the middle, hopefully. Let's have a go and see what happens. Okay, so the back seems to have lifted up quite a bit higher than the front, to the point where I actually can't get the bolt into the body because the body's too high. But the front, I can't get the bushes in, so I'm going to get these two in, bolt them up loosely, and then move the jack further forward to get the two forward ones in. This is the old bush. This goes through from underneath. This goes on top of the old bush to give you 2 inches up. There's the additional bushing on top of the first one to give us that 2 inches, and the other one down there was the last one. So I put the back one in first, and this one, these two were the easiest. And then I put the front one in, the furthest front one, and then I put this one here in right to jack up on the sill, just to get enough clearance to get that bushing. It was a bit of a struggle. And these front ones, I've had to put the bolt upwards and the nut at the top. Obviously the other bolt was round the other way, but it had a hexagonal piece on the bottom of the bolt, so you could do the nut up. This one doesn't have that. So yeah, that's all the bushes in. Next bit is going to be modifying the steering shaft so it doesn't hit the turbo like it does there, and there's a gearbox lifter as well I've got to put in. Right, so all the bushes are in. The next bit is going to be modifying all the bits that are now knocking and banging against each other because I've lifted the body up, a bit like the clutch master cylinder is now touching the plastic thing over the intercooler, and some of the brake pipes need moving about. The gearbox has got a little lifter plate needs to go in, and there's a little plate needs to go into the steering column in order to change the angle of that. So that'll be the next part of this when it's not so late in the day. Thanks for watching so far. See you next time. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, you lovely people. See you next time.